Using the power of a mirror, I'm going to show you hidden Bible techniques and teachings that you can use to manifest what you want quicker and faster. And I'm going to give you a 3-step Neville Goddard process to implement it into your life. Before I dive into this video, just a quick note, this is part 2 of an ongoing series on hidden teachings of the Bible, how to use them to create what you want in your life, using techniques from Neville Goddard to do so. If you want to check out part 1, I'll link it right there down below. If you haven't yet, I have a free success hypnosis. It's right there down below, jakeshypnosis.com. I give it away for free because it changed my life. I put it up online and then 1 million people downloaded it, which is kind of crazy in and of itself. And every day I get these awesome stories of people who made more money, who got a new job, who attracted an awesome person into their life, and they did it by just listening to this. And it's free. So all I ask from you is just let me know in the comments the awesome stories and things that come into your life from using it. It's jakeshypnosis.com, pinned to the comments and in the description. And by the way, if you haven't yet, be sure you hit the bell notification. Even if you're already subscribed, the bell notification is what notifies you for new videos. If you're a returner, I want to say thank you for being here. If you're new here, I want to say welcome. If you enjoy this video, make sure you hit the like button. Give me a comment down below that says, I create my reality, and let's dive right in. So Neville Goddard says, the habit of seeing only that which our senses permit renders us totally blind to what we otherwise could see. So Jake, what the hell does that mean? In the hidden gospel of Thomas, verse 21, it's summarized best. Jesus says, this is what I say. If the master of the house knows that a thief is coming, he will be vigilant and not allow the thief to break into the house of his kingdom or carry off with his goods. He's saying that you have to be vigilant. Otherwise, the robber, which is your old habitual paradigm of thinking, will carry off with your goods, will carry off with your future, your destiny, the things that you can really create. So instead of just talking abstract, let me tell you, this is why this is so important to me. I was doing all the affirmations. I knew I wanted to be really successful. I was doing the law of attraction. I was also working really hard, like 10 hours a day. But every time I checked my results, things weren't manifesting for me. My videos weren't getting any views. I was getting like 3, and 2 of them were by me, and 1 was by my mom when I would sneak into her iPhone to try to get me some extra minutes watched on YouTube, and I didn't know what to do. And then I stumbled on that Neville Goddard quote. He said, the habit of seeing only that which our senses permit renders us totally blind to what we otherwise could see. To cultivate the faculty of seeing the invisible, we should often deliberately disentangle our mind from the evidence of the senses and focus our attention on an invisible state, mentally feeling it and sensing it until it has all the distinctness of reality. So I'm sitting there wondering, why am I not getting what I want? And you might be too. Why is it not working? And then it hit me. So instead, I stopped looking from my physical senses to measure if it was working. I stopped using my eyes and ears to see the visible. Instead, I started to see and hear the invisible. Can you hear it? Can you see it? It's calling you. But you have to disentangle your mind from the evidence of the senses. Romans 1:20 in the Bible says it another way. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen. From the invisible, that's what creates the visible. And Neville says the world is a mirror reflecting whatever you are doing within yourself. Notice the comma after doing on within yourself. The world is a mirror reflecting what you're doing within yourself. So then I thought, okay, well, how the heck do I do this? I was 20 years old. I dropped out of college, put all my eggs in one basket to backpack around the world. I wanted to be an author. The first step is knowing what you want, right? I knew what I wanted, but every single publishing company said no. you're too young, this sucks. And then my dream company, right? I'm doing everything that all of this crap says to do. I'm doing my affirmations. I took 8x11 pieces of paper and I printed them in size 150 font, and I wrote over and over that I'm published by Hay House. Hay House, top metaphysical publishing company in the world. They published one of my heroes, Wayne Dyer. And I thought, if all this is true, then yeah, I'm just gonna make it happen. But then the CEO, Reed Tracy, he said no. He said, sell 10,000 copies and then come back and talk to us. Now, I don't know if you know much about publishing, but the average book doesn't sell 2,500 in a lifetime. He wanted me to sell 10,000 copies. So all of a sudden, all the evidence of the senses is controlling me. Everyone says no. Everyone says the book won't sell. Everyone says it won't work out. And then I remembered that Neville Goddard quote. The world is a mirror, forever reflecting what you're doing within yourself. So I thought, okay, here are the circumstances in my life that I don't want. How, if life is a mirror reflecting back to me, how am I creating this? And I realized I had internalized everything. I started to say, I'm too young. I started to say, maybe this won't work out. You have to set lower expectations because people don't make a lot of money with books. And to top it off, this was 11 years ago when no one was self-publishing. But I did something pretty crazy. Once I self-published that book, I took copies, like 3 to 5, and I brought them to every single Barnes & Noble and bookstore I could. And since the books are sorted alphabetically, my book, hypothetically, would be right next to Wayne Dyer, Ducey Dyer. So I would leave 5 books every bookstore I went for people to pick them up, and then maybe the bookstores would order them. But before I left, I sat in that leather chair. You know those nice leather chairs at the bookstore? And I imagined my books there. I saw them because I put them there, and then I imagined them there. I started to see and hear the invisible. Okay, then crazy stuff started to happen. I didn't sell 10,000 of that self-published book. I sold over 40,000. And then at 22 years old, I got a book deal with Penguin Random House, the #1 English publishing company in the world. My book started getting translated into other languages. Here's my book in South Korean. But the point isn't about me. The point is, this proves the Neville Goddard teaching, that the world is a mirror forever reflecting back to you whatever you are doing within yourself. But here's where it gets crazy. This is a picture you're seeing right here, big arrow. That's my book next to Wayne Dyer's in Barnes & Noble in Honolulu that a reader sent to me. Not the ones that I sneakily put there. That's my actual book published next to Wayne Dyer's. So Hebrews 11:3 explains it another way. Things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. The visible is actually made from the invisible. I realized my book sales, my bank account, my romantic future, my YouTube subscribers, everything in my life, it all came from the invisible. But the trouble is, you get so focused on the visible that the evidence of your 5 senses starts to control how you think and feel. You have to think and feel greater than the visible world in order to alter it. And it's not New Age. MIT scientists, they discovered that there's a new mechanism that contributes to the strengthening of the neural connections in the brain cells. So Troy Littleton, he's a professor of biology, brain, and cognitive sciences at MIT. In other words, dude's really smart. And he identified that when your brain forms memories, it encodes new information in your neurons. Here's a crazy thing. The key word is memories. Memories equal emotions and feelings. Emotions and feelings are what rewrites your brain. But here's a crazy thing. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a real memory and an imagined memory. Either way, it just reflects it back like a mirror. Now it's Romans 4:17. He calleth those things which be not as though they were. So now the question is, how do you apply this? And this is a simple 3-step process from Neville Goddard to take those hidden Bible teachings and create miracles in your life. So step number 1 is desire. In order to change the future, Neville says desire. That is, define your objective. Know what you definitely want. Secondly, construct an event which you believe would happen in the future if the fulfillment of your desire were to occur. An event which implies the fulfillment of your desire. In the same way that my book next to Wayne Dyer's, I would imagine it as if that did already happen. Thirdly, Neville says, immobilize the physical body, and induce a condition akin to sleep. He said, lie on a bed or relax in a chair and imagine that you're sleepy. Then with your eyelids closed and your attention on the action you intend to experience in imagination, mentally feel yourself right in the proposed action, imagining all the while that you are actually performing the action here and now. Now, before we wrap up, quick disclaimer, this is very important, so just a warning. Nobel Prize laureate Eric Kandel, he showed that when new memories are formed in your brain, the number of the synaptic connections in the sensory neurons that are stimulated, it actually doubles. But unless that original learning experience or memory is repeated, the number of those connections immediately cuts in half in a matter of 3 weeks and goes back to where it was before. So the point is, unless you follow this 3-step process and you practice that imagined event, the future memory. There's past memories, but if you want to move from being a reactor to a creator, you need to call upon future memories, and your brain doesn't know the difference. So when you call upon those future memories day after day, your brain rewires, the mystical happens, the miracles of the Bible unfold in your life, and you can say mountains move, and they shall. So God bless you. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you do this every day for 21 days. Watch this again through. And if you haven't yet, check out part 1 of this hidden Bible teaching series on how to manifest using the teachings of Neville Goddard. I'll link it down below with my free success hypnosis, jakeshypnosis.com. Comment down below. All I want comes to me now. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. See you next time.